Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of CBNME Connect. My name is Vibha Mehta and I'm here again with a very insightful episode. Today I'm joined by Milena Stojkovic, who is the Design Director at AtkinsRéalis Middle East. So without any further ado, let's get started to see how she will be embedding her experience and her expertise within different projects in the Middle East. So before we start into the main interview, I would like you to give a little bit of a background about yourself and your experience so far.
I joined AtkinsRéalis from a global design practice in London. I'm an architect and environmental designer. I have been quite involved with organizations such as CBNME, where I'm a fellow, where I'm also co-chairing the Health and Wellbeing Working Group, and I've been judging CBNME Awards, CBNME Building Performance Awards. I've also been quite involved in teaching at universities, primarily UCL Bartlett. And I'm really excited to move to Middle East and join AtkinsRéalis and kind of contribute with all my experience and knowledge so far.
How do you ensure integrating smart, sustainable and innovative solutions across projects in the region?
Yes, I think if you want to integrate sustainability, innovation, so it starts from the bigger picture. It starts from having the right vision, mission, values. At AtkinsRéalis, our mission is engineering a better future for our planet and its people. So sustainability is kind of integrated in everything we do, and innovation and collaboration are some of our core values. So this gives you a good framework to be successful on your projects. And then what you need to is a good action plan where you consistently implement these things on every project. If you want to achieve innovation, I think the key thing is integrated design, where different disciplines bring their expertise to the table and work together. We are very fortunate here in the office that we all sit together in one office so everyone can contribute, and also we can rely on our global expertise. And finally, it's about having the right people. And when we talk about architecture, we've been investing a lot in our design studio and bringing the leading, emerging and established talent to just kind of raise the quality of our work and bring it to the next level.
That is fantastic. So from what I have heard about you and read about you, you have overseen more than 40 sustainability strategy and planning projects. What are some of the key challenges that you have faced and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, I think the key challenge is getting a stakeholder buy-in. So this could be convincing your clients about the importance of sustainability, but also your own teams. Sometimes your teams are not as excited about sustainability as you wish they were. And then that also translates to the wider industry. And I think the key is bringing everyone on the journey from early on. So establishing targets together and getting everyone's buy-in early on, and then just implementing it over the course of the project. And also you will see like if you want a truly sustainable project, it's not just about the design team and the client, it's about getting the contractor on board as early as you can, and then facilities management team to make sure that in operation we are still achieving sustainability. And if you're working on large projects, as we are here in the office, you have an opportunity to also change the wider industry and the whole supply chain. By setting targets that are not currently achieved as standards, you have the opportunity to push the whole industry together with you towards this journey that we should all be on.
Lovely. So you've been a former lecturer at UCL and you've been a judge at a couple of prestigious award ceremonies. How do you stay connected with next generation of architects and engineers, and what advice do you often give them?
Yes, the main way I get connected to them, I stay connected with them is through teaching. I think that's the best way, and I would recommend to everyone because it gives you access to the best talent, so you can select the right people to work with you later. It gives you access to innovation, what are the current topics that they are looking into, but also if you are coming from industry, you're helping them a lot by saying what are the topics that they should focus on, or what are the topics of interest to you that they should maybe address as their PhDs or master's studies. So I think this collaboration with universities is crucial and beneficial for both sides. Advice that I would give to them is stay connected to the industry, get to know as many people as possible, try volunteering for organizations like RIBA, CIPSI, LETI in the UK. So just kind of, this will give you an opportunity to meet already established experts, and you can always contribute in your own ways, learn a lot, establish yourselves. So yeah, I think this is the main advice, is stay connected and contribute.
So as a fellow of CIPSI, what role do you see the industry standards in shaping the future of sustainable design and construction?
Yes, I think industry standards and also industry guidelines can help a lot because they would establish benchmarks, which is also connected to transparency, so we can know which buildings are actually performing, what good looks like, rather than people just talking about, you know, something is performing well, something is sustainable, prove it based on actual numbers. So I think that's number one, having clear benchmarks. Number two is showcasing examples of what good looks like. Again, what is best practice, which is helpful also for people to see what that looks like, but it's also helpful for practices that are really good at this to be showcased to the wider industry. And also the collaboration is one of the key aspects in achieving these forward-looking targets.
So now we are going to move on a little bit of a personal note. And when I say that, I want you to tell me the first three words that come to your mind when I say the word design and design in the Middle East.
Well, design, first three words are quality, detail, and enlightenment.
Lovely. And so just building up on that, I want you to tell me about how, what is the process that you follow to design guidelines and to enhance the quality of the projects?
We are currently working on quite a few design guidelines for our clients in the Middle East to help them consistently deliver high quality. Guidelines could be for master plans, where you would set what is the architectural vision and how it can be implemented by people who come on a project later. Or for our residential clients, residential developers, the guidelines would be to look at lessons learned and what can we pull from there, what are some of the opportunities and also innovation opportunities for future projects. And then we also look at global best practice and how can we incorporate that, and especially incorporate it in the Middle East project.
Are there any certain trends that you are seeing right now in the industry that you think is going to be shaping the future?
I'm not sure if there are trends, but for example, health and well-being could be one of them. And I'm really happy that when I used to work in London on projects in the Middle East, we actually had some difficulties getting traction with this concept, and I'm really happy to say that today our clients like Alder, they consistently implement this on every single project. And Athlon by Alder is one of our projects that is the first active community in Dubai, where we provide 10 kilometers of running tracks and exercise equipment, and it just like it's promoting a healthy lifestyle, and this is becoming more and more common in the Middle East, and I'm really glad about that. I think another thing that's shaping the industry is inclusive design, so designing for everyone, so that everyone has equal access and equal experience of our buildings. So if you come with your friends, you can take the same path, you get to see the same things, so we're not excluding people. And also design for neurodiversity. If we're designing, how is our lighting, how are people feeling with our lighting design? Is it triggering for them? Is it okay? So just like designing for different occupants of our buildings, and also using them as consultants to review our projects. Is there something else that we can add so that we can always improve? At the master plan level, it's a 15-minute cities, so we are working on the new downtown of Riyadh, new Muraba development, and it's a 15-minute city, so all the amenities are within 15 minutes walking distance, which is again promoting the healthy lifestyle and kind of the feeling of belonging to your neighborhood. So yeah, those are some of the main trends that I'm seeing, in addition to integration of technology on our Muka project. That's a great example of that, and also using AI in the design process and in our everyday life.
You know, you also mentioned in your introduction that you've been judges at various prestigious awards. Can you talk a little bit more about that, and how do you approach that?
I had the pleasure to be invited to be on the judging panel of a number of awards of Serbian Grand Prix of Architecture, Salon Arhitekture. Also, recently I just came back from London, where we were judging the CBNME Building Performance Awards. I think those awards are particularly interesting as they're not just assessing the quality of projects, but actually their performance. So the focus is on post-occupancy analysis, and is your building actually performing as predicted? And it's not only about buildings, it's also initiatives. So anything that can actually bring measurable performance. And this is something I'm really passionate about, is measuring performance rather than just talking about performance.
I want you to say a sentence about the future of the industry and what is your vision for it.
So I hope that our industry will become more inclusive, more sustainable, focused on actual performance, and more creative and more efficient.
Lastly, any closing remarks and your journey with Atkins? What are you looking forward to?
I'm really excited about being in the region because, as we all know, the region is shaping up and constantly evolving and growing. And the same applies to AtkinsRéalis. I'm excited to work on some of our mega projects, and I'm excited to help our clients deliver better value and improve the quality throughout. I'm particularly excited about our architectural offering and the quality of people we have in practice, and looking forward to winning more new projects.
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us, and it was a lovely conversation. I'm 100% sure that our audience are going to be super, super excited to know more about Atkins and the projects that they need to offer. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.